So I guess if someone were watching this or listening and they're, 20, 30, 40, even 50 years old, and they're like, you know what, you're talking about like hearing from God, like it's just, that ain't me. But I want to know what I should be doing. So I'm willing to give it a try, but I don't know anything, What does that look like for someone? What would you say to say, yeah, if you're just interested in doing the next right thing, how do you pay attention for that voice or those signals in their lives?
Yeah, there's a scripture says that we receive not because you ask not. And I think that one of the greatest things being a dad with 3 young kids, as their father, I love it when they come to me for things. And it is the heart of the father to do what's best. There's times I tell my kids no, like when they're little and they wanted to shoot a gun. I'm like, no, this isn't the right time. And I say that to protect them, but it is my heart to create opportunities and help them grow. But there's many times that they come and they need to ask. It's just a show of submission and authority. So the whole idea of the kingdom is all about authority. And so I would say if someone's really questioning God or where I begin, I would say just begin to ask him, that he would reveal himself. I remember when I was in my early 20s trying to figure things out, and I went to my uncle and just started asking him questions. And he, encouraged me to start reading the Bible and just have an open mind about things. Because I had a lot of questions, different translations and different religions. So he really led me on this journey of God's just there waiting for us to begin a conversation. So I would just say, just begin to talk to him like a friend, like you and I are today over a cup of coffee. Like, God, if you're real, I have some questions. Can you just, and it's amazing how he shows up.
Yeah. You feel like God almost responds to those sort of, those challenges of faithfulness.
Yeah, it's not as difficult as we may think. I don't know the Bible. I didn't grow up in a Christian home. I have all these questions. Those questions don't scare God. They don't offend him. I would just say begin to talk to him. And I used to say, God, send someone in my path that could help me with this. And just people would show up or the answer would come.
Yeah.
It's fun. I think it's a father's heart to make those opportunities for his people, his kids. So
yeah,
ask questions. Ask God. That's what I would say.
That's good. Yeah. What other advice might you have for someone that feels like they're kind of in the middle of like, I just know I haven't landed yet. I'm waiting to land. I assume one day I'm gonna land in that profession that I picture myself in the rest of my life. Is that true? I mean, how do you speak to someone's perspective like that? I'm preaching to myself, by the way.
Yeah. I would say bloom where you're planted, wherever you're at today, just be faithful in the little things. Again, I think it's good to have goals and ambitions for the future, but it is learning to live in the moment and just make the best of what you have and the things that are before you. So I would I would encourage you or anybody to just look at what you have, and really thankfulness is a big part. I would say that's been prayer and an attitude of gratitude. I would like to say, I think it's maybe John Maxwell, but an attitude of gratitude will determine your altitude. Just really learning to be thankful in all circumstances, even those seasons that feel like the desert. There's seasons that we all go through. It's like a tree. Tree has growing cycles, and we as Christians or people have the same thing. So I would encourage you or others when you're in these stages of learn to be thankful where you're at and learn to be content. But that doesn't mean you're not pressing on or pressing in to the next thing.